Hatinamu shapanika hatifare kuvapano zvinorwadza mweya yedu kutsvaka musha unouya kutsvaka musha unouya mweya wangu chinyarara Mwari anoziva nguva achaita sekuda kwake iye wondipa zororo iye wondipa zororo I sang in my very bad voice because I'm a very bad singer in honor of all those who have left us due to coronavirus all over the world, and in honor of all those who have lost their loved ones. To those who have gone, may their respective religions welcome them with love and understanding, since this coronavirus via China was God's plan. To those of us who are left behind, may the Bantu God, our God, God of all things, the Creator, He who is father to 230 million children walking the African continent and all over the world, He who says an ant is as precious as a human being, one of his children, may He, the God of love, the God of light, the God of compassion, He who does what He wants, when He wants, and how He wants, He who has many, many, many wives, all our mothers and ourselves, may He hold all of you in His right palm, His right fist to be exact. May He hold you there, keeping you safe from a lot of the pain that goes with a loved one transcending. May He watch over you. May He send the good winds to blow around your homes and inside your homes, and may they comfort you, because this is what our God does. And me, His torchbearer, like all millions of torchbearers who walk the Bantu territories, I am imploring Him to do just that, and He will. Coronavirus. I'm going to be reading it and giving an update, but this time I'm going to do it differently. I'm just going to put this down and hopefully it won't die, because this is new technology. Okay, I am going to be doing an update on coronavirus, and I'm going to do something amazing. I'm not allowed to do politicians, but I found a loophole. Bitch, who always find a loophole. I found a loophole, and I am going to do Donald Trump and Fauci, or is it Fauci or Fauci, the Italian American gentleman who is the scientist, who is the nerd, who is the future of the world, because basically the nerds are coming into their own. The nerds will be ruling this world in 10 to 12 years. The nerds. So he is the future and Trump is the past, but these are the two men who are fighting over this coronavirus issue. And for some of us who are not American, it is very entertaining. It is extremely entertaining because two great men, two leaders have got opposing views of coronavirus and where it's going to go. And they are fighting each other, hence adding to the confusion of Americans. Some of us have sane governments. The Canadian government is very sane, let me tell you. None of that shit is going on here. Okay, so I am going to actually call Donald Trump, and from the last time that I called Donald Trump, he is quite a character. He is quite a character. I called him I called him to the plate for Omarosa. Today I'm calling him to the plate for, oh Lord. I'm burning impepo, and it's falling all over my carpet and burning my carpet through. Okay, so I once called Donald Trump for his relationship with whatever her name is. I've forgotten it now. Whatever her name. So this is the second time I will be calling Donald Trump into the plate, and then I will also call Fauci, and I will read and see what their souls are telling us about the future of coronavirus in the United States. But them being world leaders as they are, they should also know the future of coronavirus all over the world. Okay. So it's that. Donald. 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 So Donald's age has caught up with him. He is ill. And it's affecting his feet or his legs. He walked in with like my grandfather's walking stick, and that is just a symbol just to let me know that something is wrong, and he is having difficulty walking. Okay, the president of the United States is having difficulty walking, and he is also ill. And cancer. That's what I get. He's battling cancer, and I'm giving it to you as I am getting it. Today, I meet Donald in a very somber mood, very quiet mood, very introspective mood. Right? He is very quiet, and he says, he's getting old now. And he's just tired. And he regrets running for office. He should have just enjoyed his old age, in silence, playing golf and playing with the girls. We're not going to go into his personal life out of respect for the rules. Okay, of my people. Okay, out of respect for the rules of my people, we're not going to go into his personal life. We are simply going to ask Donald about coronavirus. Okay, and we're going to ask him to tell us about the future of coronavirus, and we're going to ask him to show us where this shit is going. Okay, while he is in the plate, Donald Trump says the worst is over where coronavirus is concerned. Donald is very religious, because he says the rest is up to God. If God wants to do what he wants to do, it is up to him. There's nothing much that we can do. But as far as Donald Trump is concerned, the worst of coronavirus is behind us. Okay, Donald, please give us a coronavirus update. Donald, please give us a coronavirus update. Donald, please give us a coronavirus update. Like he said in the plate, the worst is over. This is what he is saying. This is what his soul is saying, okay? He is a very optimistic man. who sees optimism in everything no matter what. He is saying the worst is over. There is only one problem which needs to be worked out. The coronavirus has mutated, and it has mutated in such a way that it's almost like a virus carrying a virus, and that is what is setting them back. This new, it's like, this is unusual, guys. It's like the virus is pregnant with another virus. So, like, it's coronavirus 19. This is coronavirus 19b, the child of coronavirus, and how it has mutated once it was released from the labs of China, right? So he is saying that's the problem, and we are working on it, and we are succeeding. We are succeeding on this little thing here. But they're really not succeeding, guys. Okay? Okay? I feel I should just say that, okay? Because it's right here. He is saying yes, and the shells do say yes, there is going to be success. It's beating this thing. It's beating coronavirus. It's managing, it's maintaining it, right? And he is saying, ooh, we knew nothing. When we first started, we knew nothing. And we've had 1,000 setbacks, 1,000,000 setbacks. We've had people we have taken from other parts. Oh, yeah. Using a lot of money. Yeah, Donald is mourning the money that he has lost. So he hired scientists from all over the world, paid the millions, and still nothing for a while. But now the progress is coming. Yeah, he says the money didn't pay off though. As far as Donald is concerned, he paid too much money for these people. They are not as smart as they claimed to be. Nor are they as knowledgeable about the virus as they pretended to be. He feels he was played. But the President of the United States, in the metaphysical, which has absolutely no physical scientific proof, says that they are succeeding, okay, in managing this shit. They are succeeding. He is saying, I've thrown enough money at this shit. Way too much money. Way too much money. We've lost a lot of money as a country, and we've lost a lot of progress as a country. But, you know, we are succeeding. We are beating this thing. So from what I'm getting from him, sorry, my impepo. So from what I'm getting from him, there is more success than setbacks right now. So I'm going to ask him if he is talking about the vaccine, the success that he's talking about. Donald, are you talking about the vaccine? Donald, are you talking about the vaccine? Donald, are you talking about the vaccine? Yes and no. It's 50-50. It's more no. And yes. However, I don't want to make the I hate vaccination people nervous, because then they'll really go crazy. Because I'm already reading articles about how black people are going to be a problem when it comes to vaccine, when it comes to the coronavirus vaccine. He is saying yes and no. However, whatever they've got right now, whatever they have got right now in the form of this vaccine, is not yet 100%. It's not yet for people. So if they announce that the vaccine is ready tomorrow as in tomorrow for real, we should be skeptical, because it hasn't yet reached the stage where a person can take it, can use it, if that makes sense. It hasn't yet reached that stage. We're still a long way from receiving a safe vaccine. There has been progress made, okay, and progress lost. A lot of progress has been lost when it comes to the vaccine. People are talking, people are having meetings, people are doing their thing, people are working hard on it, but still, it's not yet safe for human consumption. Okay? It's not yet safe for human consumption. That is what Donald is saying. So Donald is not actually looking at the vaccine as our way out as a people. He is looking at alternative methods of beating this thing other than the vaccine. Okay, and I'll take a commercial break right here to play my video for the classes that hardly anybody bothered to watch, and you all thought you could get away with it, but I'm going to stick it right there in the middle because I thought that was a great work of art from me. I really thought that I had improved greatly. I really feel like I have improved greatly when it comes to these things because, you know, I do them myself. So we'll be back at the other side of the break where I will be asking Donald if he is, I'll be asking Donald if he can give me this alternate thing that he believes is better than a vaccine. Later. Okay, I'm back. Welcome to my ghetto production. Okay. My friend said to me, "You don't look like you live in a ghetto for real." And I said, No. Canadian ghettos are just more upscale. Okay. And somebody said, "Do a vlog." I said, okay, a vlog of a Canadian ghetto. That might actually stick because a few years ago, I actually wanted to do a vlog on living in the ghetto. So I might do it. But our ghettos are more upscale people just showing off. Okay, I'm putting this down so that I can continue. I am asking Donald Trump, what is the alternative? Because he is not approving of the vaccine and he's not going to be approving it anytime soon. This is what my ancestors and I have seen. He's not approving it and he is really relying on his faith. He really believes that God will come up with an alternative, and they have been people who have given him alternatives to the vaccine. This man is very smart. He's very brilliant. Nothing stupid about Donald Trump. He is extremely brilliant. He has a very high IQ, people. And he, let me put it this way. I'm not a Donald Trump fan or hater because I'm Canadian, okay? I have feelings about my own prime minister because what he decides has direct effect on me. What Trump decides has indirect effect on me. I'd rather fight the dude with the direct effect than the dude with the indirect effect at this point. Okay, so please do not leave comments telling my ancestors and I about what you feel about Donald Trump because of what they are seeing. Okay, what they are seeing is that this is a very brilliant man with a very high IQ. So if Donald has ever stood up anywhere and said, I am brilliant, he was telling his truth. This is a very brilliant man. And he is not for the vaccine. That's what we've just discovered. He's a vaccine hater. He agrees that it's at work, but he doesn't think that it's safe for human beings right now. Okay, he believes that what the physical scientists have put in front of him and the facts that he has put together, it's not yet safe. And he just said, as I'm talking to you, I don't want to commit genocide. I don't. These boys had better know exactly what they are doing, because they are dealing with someone who is extremely intelligent. They can't use their techno jargon to close my eyes. They can't. That's your president, America. Like I say, not everybody is bad, and not everybody is good. It's just that modern times are making some people not have critical thinking powers and critical thinking processes, and they tend to view someone as bad all the way and someone is good all the way. I have my bads, I have my goods. So does everybody else. Okay? So now I'm going to ask Donald what alternatives have been placed on his table when it comes to the coronavirus. And then, we'll take it from there. Then I will go to Fauci, because I haven't even called Fauci's name, but his soul knows that I am going to call him. And he is screaming in the back there. He's literally screaming in the back there. A very passionate nerd right there. My type. Must be very good in bed. Okay, for me. Okay, alrighty. Donald, what other alternatives have been placed in front of you? What other alternatives have been placed in front of you? What other alternatives have been placed in front of you? And Donald says, as you can see, I'm drinking wine and I've got silver chains today because I'm honoring my water ancestors. I have never honored my water ancestors while I do a reading. Today, the great Xhosa decided that I will honor my water ancestors, right? So, yeah. Okay. So, this is what... So, Donald actually said to me while I was shaking in the plates that he is looking at the plague and how the Bible sorted out the plague. And I said, oh my God, dude, that's exactly what I was saying to Christians. I was saying to Christians, you have the Bible, there have been plagues. How was it handled in the past? And this is what Donald is investigating. This man really stands on his faith. This one is a Christian. Hopefully, he goes to heaven, because all the Christians are walking about here doing random shit among human beings, because their Christian God is not collecting them, because he has found them wanting. He has called them sinners. And so, no matter how good they are, he has called them sinners. For sure, there are several people talking to Trump about alternatives to the vaccine. This is Trump here. He is in awe of these people. Do you see how small his shell is? He is completely in awe of these people who are talking to him. He is listening to this man more than all the others, and they are vibing about this situation. And this man is warning him that the direction America has taken with the touting, I think is touting, English is not my first language, touting the vaccine is a bad thing. He is saying this is very, very bad for the world. It's very bad for the United States, and he is feeling some type of way. But they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, him included, people who are talking to him about alternatives to vaccines. And so far, Donald is not impressed by any of them. He's impressed with three, a very beautiful woman. He's impressed with what she's saying because she's beautiful. He's impressed with this one too, another very beautiful woman, and they work with this man that he is listening to. But really, basically, he's just saying, oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she's beautiful. But he's listening. He is listening. But he is finding their solutions wanting. That's what he is saying. He's finding their solutions wanting. They are not good enough for him to like place on the table and tell people this is what we're gonna do. But when push comes to shove, and if Donald Trump has his way, the vaccine is not going to be what he puts in front of Americans. He is gonna try and put another alternative to Americans. He believes this disease can be cured, and can be cured by traditional methods, by methods that already exist, that human beings already have, because two men are really talking to him about it, and they are putting their science in front of him, and he is considering it. So Donald is looking for a cure. But my question to Mr. Trump was, what are the other methods? And the one method he's giving me, he says, are you stupid or what? Okay, thank you. I'm not stupid, actually. I also have a very high IQ, good sir. I do. Okay, so right now, Donald is saying no to everything that's being put in front of him except these two men who are talking. And let us not run away from the fact that it has to do with money. Okay, whatever cure is going to be placed in front of Americans when it comes to coronavirus is going to cost you a hell of a lot. No lie. And because of its cost, so actually, and this shocks me, but here it is. There is a cure for COVID-19. There is a cure for COVID-19, people. And it is going to the very wealthy who get it on time, and it works for them. It's not 100%, but it definitely gives you 80% chances of, of living and of recovering from it. There is, according to the source that is Donald Trump. But it is extremely expensive, and few people can afford it. And he said America cannot afford that cure. The vaccine is cheaper, okay? But America, there is a cure. Americans cannot afford it. And there lies Donald Trump's problem. He knows it is beyond the average American, and it will bankrupt the country if every American who gets COVID gets treated. He says the cure is only available if you have tested positive for COVID and you're not getting all the symptoms yet, but it is expensive. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, the rich people of America seem to be surviving this virus more than anyone. The guy on CNN, the Tom Hanks and his wife, all these other stars, not Doja Cat. She's lying. She had a choice. She could either get pregnant and be in good books with her fans because of her pregnancy, because it seems that everybody's forgiven when they get pregnant. And a lot of people, even that Stacy girl, that racist Stacy girl from the reality show about a restaurant, which I don't remember the name. Useless information. Anyway, she immediately decided to keep a pregnancy she was going to abort because she was outed as a racist, as if we didn't know she was a racist. I mean, come on now. Who didn't watch that program and see that she was a racist? And she wasn't the only racist. All them little boys and girls working in that restaurant were racist. But anyway, let me get back to, because I tend to rant. It's a witch doctor thing. I need an assistant sitting next to me telling me not to rant. Anyway, now it explains why the higher echelons have been surviving this virus while the poor people are dying. Because in these United States, in your United States, the soul of your president says, yes, there is a cure. Only it's too exorbitant, it's too expensive to be offered to the public. But your president, Americans, is anti the virus. He is a no across the board. Okay, he is a no across the board. He sees more more dangers. I'm just gonna say it, because I support the vaccine. So this reading is really twisting my guts right now. But he sees more danger, okay, if the vaccine is released today in its form. And I guess that's why it's going to be released 2021, sometime back then. He sees danger. It's a no. But he is being forced to have to accept it. So the question is, in the long run, will Americans go with the alternative methods, or will they go with the vaccine? In the long run, it will be the vaccine. And he is accepting that. He is truly accepting that it will be the vaccine, which is rubbish to him because the vaccine is very far away. But if he can concretely put together, concretely find another solution, that is what he will do. This is what your president is doing in office right now. He is looking for alternatives. And right now, none of the alternatives are viable. Okay, none of them. He is saying, because Fauci is screaming in my ear, that Fauci is trying to close his eyes so that he cannot see the negatives of the vaccine, and he will not allow it. And he is very upset, actually, very upset with his own people, because he is saying that surely there is a way of making this cure cheaper and making it, and giving it to everyone than us concentrating on millions of dollars. This is not what I expected at all. This is not what I expected, people. I admit it. I confess. I did not expect this. I really didn't. But, he is saying basically he is saying people are spending so much money on a vaccine when we could be finding ways to give a cure in the cheap way. But he doesn't seem to have the support of the medical fraternity, and those in the know are trying to keep him from talking. So basically, according to Donald, this is how it'll go down. Poor people, middle class people, upper middle class people will have to get the vaccine. Upper class people will get the cure. Okay. Now let me ask him if he sees coronavirus. I think I'm really just going to do I'm going to do Trump, because if I do Fauci, this will be a 2-hour reading. Okay, so let me ask Dr. Trump if coronavirus is going to get worse. Let me ask his soul. Is coronavirus going to get worse? Is coronavirus going to get worse? Is coronavirus going to get worse? Yes or no? Yes or no, answer please. Yes or no? Yes or no, answer please. Yes or no? Ooh, extenuating circumstances. No. It isn't gonna get worse. There are 2 no's on this board. No and no. He says it wasn't as bad as it was predicted it would be when it first began. I should stop. I have an ancestor who likes to knock. It wasn't as bad as it was predicted it was gonna be the first time. It wasn't. And no, he sees it as a no, but then he says, I'm looking at it from the present. However, we are also seeing like a little semicircle here. We are seeing something, so I'm going to ask the winds, because this man doesn't like to put negativity into the air except when it is about his racism. And I will leave it at that, because my ancestors just said, how do you know he's racist? How did you judge him to be racist? So I take that back. Okay, I really take that back. Okay. I'm going to ask the winds, because Donald Saul will not talk negativity, put negativity into the air. He says everything can be beaten. There's always a solution to everything. And why even concentrate on other things? So I'm going to ask the winds. Is coronavirus going to get worse? Is coronavirus going to get worse? Is coronavirus going to get worse? Yes or no? Yes or no answer, please. Yes or no. And I'm getting extenuating circumstances. And the winds say definitely yes. There will be a little stalling. So we are, we are in a stalling, or we are in a current stalling, but stalling, STALLING. There will be a slowdown that people will believe that coronavirus is done. People are going to believe it's over. People are going to get back to their normal lives. People are going to do their thing. But the winds say, far from it. Coronavirus is going to keep kicking it. Anti-corona is going to continue to be busy. Now I'm going to ask Trump about the world, because Trump basically has an idea of what the world's statistics and situations that are going on. So I'm going to ask him what's going to happen to Canada. Okay? Donald, what's going to happen to coronavirus in Canada? Donald, what's going to happen to coronavirus in Canada? Donald, what's going to happen to coronavirus in Canada? Okay, okay, he has a lot to say. Oh my God. Oh my God. A shell just fell all the way across my little living room. I'm not even going to retrieve it. It's too far. Oh my God. So basically, see, we're finding out some secrets. Canada has lost a lot of people from coronavirus, more than they are acknowledging. He is saying that Canadians are playing with the numbers. They are playing with the numbers. They are hiding shit. They have lost a lot more people to coronavirus. He is saying double the number that the Canadians are talking about. Okay. So he says, he does say that after the major loss, the Canadians have got it together. They have powwowed, okay? They've got it together. They have powwowed, but they are also struggling with pregnant corona. Pregnant Miss Corona right here. She is, Corona 19B. Covid19B, who is the baby of Covid19, is kicking Canadians' ass. Really kicking Canadians' ass. He says they are not sharing their information. They are not sharing their technology. They're not sharing their research. Basically, he is saying Canadians have closed their doors. They've closed their doors. They ain't talking. But he's getting this information as intel. They are struggling with 19B, and if they can work, so basically their scientists, Canadian scientists, are having the same issues that American scientists are having. It's not Corona 19, it's not COVID-19 that is giving them a problem. It is the mutated version of COVID-19 that they are struggling with. But he does acknowledge, like I said, he does say that. But after losing so many people, you got yourselves together, you got your act together, and you're gonna go. You're gonna pass. However, there will be no money. Canada is losing a lot of money. Canada is losing money. But I think we saw that in the first reading, right? So now we ask, Donald, tell me about England. Donald, tell me about England. Donald, tell me about England. And he says something as I'm shaking. He says a revolution is coming to England because of COVID-19. A revolution that will lead to the end of the monarchy. He says it will take years, it will take time, but this is the beginning. He said the British people are seeing the inequality through this disease. They are really seeing it. Okay, so now tell me about England. Ooh. Heavy losses, heavy duty losses. The British should look forward to losing more people. They are going to lose a hell of a lot of people in the future. So COVID in the future, he says around September, is going to hit the British real hard. There will be heavy losses of life and money and prestige. Okay, so he is saying the England that we knew is going to be a thing of the past after they have gone through this. There is destruction, there is endings, abrupt, horrible endings. I mean, England is going through a change fast. The change that my ancestors were talking about faster, it seems, than those of us in North America and in the Americas. England is actually going through it. England is going to be restructured by God via coronavirus faster than anyone knew. Okay, so yeah, if you're British, brace yourself. Don't be the first to run to the restaurants and the nightclubs. Watch yourself. Be safe. Now I'm gonna ask about South Africa because I got to ask about South Africa. Come on. Okay. Donald, tell me about coronavirus in South Africa. Tell me about coronavirus in South Africa. Tell me about coronavirus in South Africa. Okay. First, he says the South Africans are making the same mistake over and over again. It's almost like a circle, and that was their downfall. They were doing the same thing the same way over and over, and that was their downfall, he says. But he says, but they got it together. They got it together. Too late, though. A lot of people had passed. Is South Africa going to have as many fatalities as England? No, it's not. Is COVID-19 really going to hit Africans in general very, very hard? No, it's not. So that kind of goes with the first reading. He is acknowledging that. He said it's not going to. And he says, for them to even have had so many fatalities, it was because of bad leadership, poor management. They shouldn't even have had so many fatalities. That's what he is saying. They shouldn't even have had so many fatalities because they had it together, but they kept repeating the same mistakes and doing the same things. However, they have learned. Basically. They have learned. But it's not going to change South Africa much. COVID is going to come, do its shit, and then they'll get whatever is available to stop it. Then they'll just carry on. Not much of a change is coming to South Africa, and they will continue on the same path that they are still on. They are actually gonna hold on to lose money, but not much. It appears, which goes with what my ancestors were saying, that countries with false economies, especially European countries who were propped up due to racism, are going to fall. And countries with actual real economies, which were being pushed down and which were being treated badly by the world, are going to rise. So it seems South Africa isn't going to have a financial problem. It's not. England is definitely heading towards a severe financial problem, but South Africa is not. South Africa is not going to have a huge financial problem, but he does say it has bad leaders, bad leadership. People who don't think much, people who are selfish, people who are not as smart as him. Okay, that's what he said, and I'm sharing it. He says the bad leaders of Africa are the problem. Agreed. I completely agree. Thank goodness that they're dying of coronavirus, because now they can't fly themselves out of Africa like they used to do to go to other parts of the world to get medical treatment. Now they're dying in their cars trying to get to the hospital. And when they get to that hospital, nobody's checking for them in their cars. And I think it is very well deserved, because what they thought was right and proper for the poor people, they should go through it as well. So I agree with Donald about that. Yes, I'm very hard on mine own because I want better and I want more for mine own, you know. So that's what he is saying. So yeah, there will be horrible things that will happen, but not financial loss of life, but not much. When I say not much, I'm comparing it to Europe and I'm comparing it to the Americas, right? Not a lot of people in South Africa are going to die from the disease that is coronavirus. And he is also saying something very interesting. In Africa, it has not yet mutated. So here's my thing, okay? If there is a cure and in Africa this disease has not yet mutated, why aren't the Americas giving the Africans this sort of technology? Because Africans really thought scientists were stupid and dumbass until until Auntie Corona came to visit. And when Auntie Corona came to visit, that's when the Tanzanian president was saying, "You scientists, what the fuck are you doing?" You know, and I'm like, did you pay the scientists enough money? Did you equip the labs for the physical scientists to do their thing? Did you do any of this? You know, you didn't think much of brainiacs, because Africa is always killing its brains. You didn't think much, but now that you're in a corner and you are dying, you are thinking about your scientists, right? So basically, that's what he is saying. He is saying they invested in all the wrong things, but they don't have they don't have COVID-19B. COVID-19B has not reached Africa. They just have COVID-19, which is curable, according to Donald Trump. And he's not talking about the hydroxy thing that he's been pushing. Let me just tell you, this is a cure. He says, I talk about hydroxy to force the ones who actually know the cure to talk about it, but his strategy is not working. So because I don't like to make very long videos, it takes too long to upload, I am going to ask his soul the future of the world. Okay, I'm not gonna do Fauci like I said. The future of the world. The future of the world is Corona. After Corona. The future of the world after Corona, Donald. The future of the world after Corona. He says he won't be here after Corona. Just saying what you saw, just say. Okay. As human beings, we're going to face some tough times. Tough times. As the world, we're going to face some really tough times. The world as we knew it before Corona is not the world we are walking into after Corona. Okay. He feels it's all very negative. And I think I already told people this. Lots of pregnancies. There is going to be a baby boom, which incidentally, he says is not good for the world. The baby boom is not good for the world. Okay, this is what he is saying. Not good for the world. There isn't going to be much money on the board. A lot. This is crazy, but I'm just going to say there's going to be a lot of cheating after. He just put it there. There's going to be a lot more cheating after this coronavirus business. A lot of promiscuity, both male and female, which will bring in a lot of children. And that's all not good because there are going to be diseases that are still not curable, like HIV, that people will get. So there's going to be a rise in STDs. Literally. That's basically what he's saying. A rise in babies and a rise in STDs. There's gonna be less money across the board for everybody. Less money across the board for everybody. Although he said he won't be here, he is saying this is not a bright future. Few are gonna make it. And few are gonna succeed. But even more interesting, okay, there is coming a man who will promise us, maybe this is America. Yes, let this be America. Thank you. Yeah. There is a new president, a new leader, some Hitler-like dude who is coming. Yeah. He is a great talker, a great orator. We are obviously not talking about Joe Biden. Okay. Joe Biden, no, he wasn't even meant to be a president of anything. But if the Democrats are cheat, he will be president. Anyway, he is saying there is a man that's coming. Him. Okay, he will be a great orator, a great talker. He will be hypnotic. He will be amazing. He will be all that and a bag of chips, and people will listen to him to their detriment. The majority are going to listen to him. The majority are going to love him. The majority are going to scream his name, chant his name, dance his music. Da, da, da. He is always right. He is God. He is blah. He is blah. And they will be dancing to their detriment, to the detriment of the world and the detriment of Americans. They will be dancing to his detriment, to their detriment. However, for the very small, select few, the hierarchy, the ones at the top, he is the bomb, diggity bomb, because he is going to make them money and he's going to give them power over other people. So there's kind of an enslavement coming your way, coming to the world. power over people. COVID-19 is bringing some sort of modern day slavery. These people will have power over people because of this guy. So I'm asking more about this man. Right now, he is in his 20s. Right now, as I speak, August 2nd, 2020, he is in his 20s. So probably I'll be dead too. Thank you, God. Okay, he is in his 20s and he is anti-progress. He is extremely dark when he comes into power. So we are looking at an America that is extremely oppressed, but they don't know it. They are extremely oppressed. I believe my ancestors are saying ultra capitalism. They've already talked about ultra capitalism. Ultra capitalism is what's coming to America. It is capitalism at its purest. And everybody is worried about communism. Communism is the past. These theorists who come up with all these weird theories about what the world's going to be, they're just reading history and saying, oh, it's good. And it's true, history does repeat itself in one form or another. They are reading history, repeating it, and it's true, it does repeat it. He is Hispanic. He is Hispanic, this guy. Okay. So, they're just repeating history, and history does repeat itself, but it repeats itself in quirks and differences. Ultra capitalism is coming where a small number of people own a lot of people, and it's no longer going to be covered up as a lie. Like, like I work for Microsoft. I'm just picking a company. I'm a Microsoft employee, so nah. No, it's gonna be I am indentured to Microsoft. You're not an employee, you're an indentured servant. That's what's coming, where this small elite will get all the profits. All the profits. There will be none of that, trying to keep the employees happy. There will be none of that. Oh, yeah. He says this will take America back in time to 1800. He's Hispanic. Very beautiful. Very charismatic. Very charismatic. But he is a result of the results that come out of COVID-19. People are desperate for a leader who tells them what they want to hear. They fall for that shit. No critical thinking. I really think America should teach its students and its people to be critical thinkers, because even I, as a metaphysical scientist, I come across non-critical thinkers all the time on my Instagram and on YouTube. Non-critical thinkers, because they have just lost the ability of teaching their children to think critically. And this is basically what he is saying. People are going to be fooled by this rock star. This rock star is going to fool them, and they're going to go with him to their detriment. And that is going to be the result, the long-term result of what COVID-19 is doing. So I'll ask him the question that I keep hearing from non-critical thinkers. Will there be a chip in the COVID-19 vaccine? Non-critical thinkers, really? Okay. Or nanotechnology. You're living in the future, talking to me about nanotechnology when they haven't even discovered how to use it on people, or even if it exists. Non-critical thinking drives a bitch like me really crazy. So I'm going to ask him all the same for the non-critical thinkers, so that you don't hate a bitch. Okay. Ooh. And he's totally denying it. He said, where is the money for that technology? Even before I asked the question, a shell fell out, a money shell. And he's saying, where's the money for that? This shit takes money. Who has got money to do that shit? Even to discover it, who's got money? But I want to put it on the board anyway. Donald, will nanotechnology be involved with the vaccine? Will nanotechnology be involved with the vaccine? Will nanotechnology be involved with the vaccines? We get back to Covid19B, okay? We get back to Covid19B. And he is saying, yes, if it can get rid of Covid19B, it would be involved, but they would have to find money for it. Like, where is the money for it, right? They would have to find money for it. But he warns long term. He warns long term, or he doesn't. He says long term, which I knew. Yes, nanotechnology will be involved in the vaccines long term. Right now, it's too difficult to make. But, and I can take this back. Non-critical thinkers are not as stupid as I was thinking. And I'm not going to run away from that. Actually putting nanotechnology, if it existed, or putting some kind of chip, or putting something into the vaccine to monitor people, was brought up by somebody. And he's saying it was considered a very good idea, but it was shut down. He might have shut it down. He is, however, warning people that Covid19B, yes, it may be cured by that kind of technology. But so somebody did put it in front of his desk. There you go, conspiracy theorists. There you go. You've been proved right, and I have been proved wrong. Somebody did put it in front of his desk. Somebody thought it was a very good idea. I am betting it is the people who are going to indenture people and turn them into indentured servants in the future. I am betting. I'm betting. I'm not going to ask, though, because I've run out of time. Okay. What I will ask is, what are the changes that are going to come to, current changes for us to survive this, and we can check it out. Okay. What are the social changes that will come? Donald, what are the social changes that will come? Donald, what are the social changes that will come? No money. He is kind of stuck on that money. Poverty is coming. He says, and this is what his source says. He says nothing good is coming out of this virus situation in the future after we manage the virus. Nothing good. Absolutely nothing good. And yet again, there is it's like this. It's like there are people who are waiting to do some shit to humanity after this virus incident is over. He says the fight is real. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. And we are working so hard. But at the same time that the struggle is real, there are actually people who have who have seen a benefit to this disease, and who are standing in the way. They are blocking those who are trying to get there. Those who are trying to help are being blocked by those who have already seen the profits and the money that they can make from this situation. And on that note, I would like to thank the soul that is Donald Trump. Today he was very serious. Today he was very calm. Today he wasn't his usual self, but he says he is tired. He's been sick for a long time, and he's just tired. And in a way, he feels blessed that he will not be in this future that those who survive will go into after they've managed coronavirus. And on that note, this was a very fascinating reading for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. My ancestors are always telling me about what's going to happen after coronavirus and how society is going to change. And I always put it on my Instagram, because I feel like it helps us get over the depression of being locked up like animals. Because some of us in Canada, we've been locked up for 6 to 7 months, but I have heart issues. So of course I should be locked up. So it's just that it can get depressing, and I'm sure it is depressing for all of you as well, just like me, whether you're healthy or not. And it's hard to believe that we're never going to go back to the way life used to be, because now we are living life the way it is, right? And where we are going is way harder than where we are coming from. And I wish everybody strength. I wish I hope we find ways of talking to each other. I try to be on Instagram a lot to just get over my depression and my being cooped up business. I hope you are all having Zoom parties. And young girls, I hope you are dating via Zoom, and make sure he pays for skip the dishes. Don't just be talking to him without chewing on a chicken leg, okay? Chew on a fried chicken leg while you're talking to him, because in real life, he is going to have to pay for a date. So make him order skip the dishes, and make him feed you while you talk to him. And don't forget to order the starter and the dessert after the chicken legs, because men gotta pay for this shit. So I'm always on Instagram talking and about this, because I think it helps us all. And please people, be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves first. I keep learning today. I actually say to myself, I'm going to be kind to myself. I'm going to be kind to myself, and I'm going to be kind to myself. Please be kind to yourselves, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. So now I have to lean over and find it, because I can't watch myself.